what you're about to experience can change the entire world and can change the way we see solar or renewable energy in the time to come or currently. This is what is happening live from the command center of the JW Solar USA. This is what we have here. This is a Victron energy product here, made by Victron, and is a big company that has a great reputation. And what we're gonna do here, I'm trying to show you what we are trying to accomplish here. A month ago, I was telling you guys how I'm gonna be transitioned to Victron energy with the equipment and everything mostly that I need from Victron for my system, and I'm gonna get all the equipment that I need necessarily for my system. So guys, this is what it is. Look at this guy. This is just the small guy, and I have another 48-volt system I haven't put together yet, but this is just this is what I've accomplished just within a month and a half ago, picking up all Victron equipment. This is one of them. This is the 80 amp charge controller, 150 volts, which I'm about to incorporate with all the stuff that I have here, or you're seeing right here. So I have the inverter. This is the multi plus 2 48 volt made by Victron, and which is the AC charging capacity 50 amps and inverter 120 volt. North America, still in the plastic. So I'm just still waiting for all the equipment coming right here at the command center of the JW Solar USA with all the goodies equipment here. So this is what I am doing right now. Since I have a lot of projects on my hands, and you see how busy I am, and this is what we are going to talk about live here at the channel. So if you're not a subscriber, please subscribe and share our video. Follow us along on Twitter at JW Solar USA, Facebook, Instagram, the same name. So make sure you subscribe, like, and share. So what I have now here, if I have to show you, this is a Lynx Distributor 100 amp. Okay, this is what 1000 volt DC or 1000 amps it can carry. Can go 12, 24, 36, 48, whatever, 60 volt systems you can run, and depends on your configuration. You can connect the charge controller like these guys to these guys. The inverter that I showed you can go into this, just like that one over there. And this guy is just like a bus bar, just like these guys here, bus bars. So they tend to interconnect all the devices, tie the devices into the system. Okay, there is another guy back here, which is the Lynx the shunt, which is 1000 amps, and they have the 500. This is the shunt 500. Okay, 500 amps, 50 millivolts, made by Victron, which I currently have on this system here. And this guy is going to be wired for the solar. Currently we are charging, you see. And what I'm going to do, what I'm going to show you right now, this guy, I'm trying to show you all the components because some of them, they're all scattered around on different devices so you can see. So this guy is the main host that hosts all your inverter, your charge controller, your servo, servo GX, and your display panel. And this guy is gonna be hooked up to this guy here to program the Multi-Plus 2, which is a 48-volt system. And this guy here is responsible to distribute or to show a display of what is happening through all the components I've shown you. Like a guy like this, like a guy like that, and it's gonna read everything and display here. It will show the batteries, like these guys. It will show the batteries, how they're being fed or what is coming in, what is going out, the health of the batteries, or maybe batteries like these. Okay. Or maybe batteries like this, the Volkswagen e-Golf. These are the LG Chem, 24 volt each module, 8.5 kilowatts each, very close to 287 amp hours, something like that approximately. I'll add that in the description below, or maybe you can go back on the videos of these ones and you can see what I said about it. And this guy is gonna be, which is the interface, the MK3-USB Ve.Bus to USB. Okay, this one can go all the way here to the Ethernet here, which I have a long one here, flat one. If you don't know what's the Ethernet, this is just like the jack you use for your PC from your computer to the router or the modem of your service provider. It looks like a telephone jack, RJ12, RJ11, something like that. And this is just the bigger one of that. And it goes right here for the network. Okay, so this guy can take everything and broadcast it to this guy through HDMI, high definition media interface. It looks like a USB, but it's bigger. These are USB ports right here, which this device here plugs on these USB devices. The one here plugs right here, and this is the high definition media interface cable. It looks like a USB, but it's bigger, so it plugs right here, just like the one you have for your television. It's the same thing here. So it's just like a television for this one old system. If you look at it, and Victron energy below, and everything plugs there. The charge controllers, the communication right here, which is the V.Can. The V.Can here connect to the other part of it. Let me show you. I even have a display for this. You can go with the display or without the display. Okay, that part connects to these guys here, the V.Can. You have the Ve.Bus, which is for the inverter. Okay, the V.Can, you can connect. You have like ports of them here. Okay, 2 ports of them here, and the Ve.Bus down here. The V.Can, you can use like the ones for the BMKs port like that. For example, like the one we have here, the V-Direct. Okay, you can use them on that application. We have so much to learn when it comes to this equipment. And this one, if I started making videos, I'll make a lot of videos. I can talk about this, which I will never talk anymore because it won't stop. See, the shunt that goes here, I don't have yet. And those shunts can go approximately 350 and above. Okay, for the 1000 you can have now, and you even have the 2000 shunt, which is not like these guys. So you have a lot of components here, plugins which are designed for set for, let's see, let me set this one, the light, for temperature. And you have a SD card down here. You can plug the SD card so it can stay in memory, and you can relays, a lot of stuff. So this is the DC input. It can take from here, from 8 volt to 70 volt DC, and this is the wire for that. And this is how it's only one way it plugs, so you can't miss that at all. So you can take this guy and plug the wire here that comes with an inline fuse. I think it's a 2 amp inline fuse, and it has positive and negative wire. The red, it has a black stripe on it, so you can't miss it at all. So this guy right here, you can able to utilize to mount this display for the Cerbo GX. And this GX has, this is the latest model. It has a Bluetooth capability. You know, it tells you, and you go on Wi-Fi connected. You can see everything here on this display, which is, you know, manually or just in a temporal setup. You can have this probably at your house, and this one can, or remote place, and this one can distribute or share the link online. It can be anywhere in the world, you can see it. So it has a termination point, and these are all the plugins. You can just put the wires in there, wire them. So the termination point you can add to one of these guys here, and it has another wire right here, which is a RJ12, which is a telephone wire that goes through this guy. There is a jack right there and connect to the shunt, the 1000 Lynx 1000 shunt, and makes this guy to work properly, because it has features here. If any fuse, every line right here has, you can see the shunts in there, the bus bar, sorry, and any part of these guys, these are the bolt, the studs that's erected to have those terminals right here, bolt and nuts, where you can tie your stuff. And this is where your shunt is connected. You can able to double stack these guys. Have the cheaper one that doesn't have the lights. This one has the light to indicate if something burnt out your fuse, and it will tell you, because you know what you already wired. Maybe it's your Cerbo GX is on that line, or the charge controller, or the inverter, or multiple inverters. It can tell you what fuse that blown, instead of you guessing around, or maybe trying to troubleshoot. You know exactly what has gone wrong, and you can just go back and replace the fuse. And it even comes with a label. If you turn this guy upside down, due to the way you want to set the wires, maybe pointing up vertical, or this one going down to the floor, then you can always slap this guy right here, or whatever you want to do. And this writing Now it can be this other way if you wanted to. It's a peel and stick, so it comes with that. And the shunt is responsible to make this guy work better and communicate with all these components and display, send a message to here and display it. You can see it. So if you don't have the shunts, this thing can still work, but the only thing, you don't have the leverage to utilize everything that the functionality of this device and the rest of the other devices. So this lights can indicate, and there's a board right here, circuit board, and there's a circuit board on the the Lynx shunt, and this is the distributor, and this is the Cerbo GX, and here is this is the MK3-USB to program the inverter, and this is the GX display. So that's how it's set up. See, the wire itself is already bonded to the monitor. So now with that, this guy can link this guy to the shunt. Then communication, there's a plug right here, somewhere right here, that connects to the shunt. So that's the wire for it. And the other thing I want to show you, after we already got all this thing wired and set up and everything ready to go, we need another display that comes with a Samsung right here. So this Samsung, we can able to see this through wireless, or we can able to tap on our phone, since this one has a wireless as a display, or I can able to throw these HDMI ports to my big screen 70 inches television or 80 inches television. The only thing you don't have access, since this thing is a touch screen, you can change. But the cool thing about this, after you connect to the VRM, Victron remote monitor, you can able to go on your computer or log on your phone. Anything you click or you're changing, you see the screen is changing. It's going through the pages that you're going through the setup. You can see it live. That's the cool thing. So I got this Samsung from AT&T, which uses is a LTE. I can able to use have internet on this, just like a mobile phone, and I can able to utilize it anywhere. Or if I travel, go overseas, I can able to see everything that is happening in my house, or I can change parameters. I can turn on and off certain things, and I can tell the system what to do right at my fingertips right here. So this is the good thing when like I always tell my friends, make sure you start with good equipment. By doing so, you will never be stranded, because when you start with the cheap things, and those cheap things are not the same brand, you are in so much trouble, because now after building all the massive system like these and systems like these and the rest of the systems I've shown you, then you cannot link these devices. So think twice before ever you're gonna try and do what you want to do, instead of spending money and change everything again. And this is what it is. I'm just trying to show you how all these things comes to play, and trust me, I'll make the videos for you. Okay, I'm just busy, but I'll do the best I could. I'm not a specialist on this. There are a lot of people who can explain this better or have different way of saying it. What I just said maybe just probably is helpful for you. It's helpful to a lot of people. I'm making a general video. I'm not just trying to cut corners right here. So I've shown you all the functionalities, how these things gonna work in conjunction to each other, and all the equipment I already have that's gonna be powering it in within a month to a month and a half. Okay, thanks for watching, and see you on the next one. Stay tuned for the install. Bye for now. We're waiting for the shunt. Okay, all right, bye for now. Love you guys. Like and subscribe. JW Solar USA, live from the command center in Minnesota.